Have you ever wondered how a forest recovers after a wildfire? Picture, if you will, an intact forest. It's a place of balance and harmony, where every element exists in a perfect equilibrium. The trees, the underbrush, the wildlife, all of it supporting and being supported by the others. This is much like a psyche before trauma, a well-adjusted mind in a state of emotional balance and resilience. In this forest, the trees represent our emotions, the underbrush our thoughts, and the wildlife our actions. Each element feeds into the other, creating a stable ecosystem of psychological well-being. There's harmony in the air, a sense of peace and tranquility that pervades every corner of this forest. But then, imagine a wildfire. It tears through the forest, leaving nothing but ash and charred remains in its wake. The once vibrant forest now stands ravaged and barren, its balance disrupted, its equilibrium lost. This is a metaphor for the aftermath of trauma, a psyche thrown into emotional turmoil, its resilience diminished. The trees, once tall and sturdy, are now mere skeletons of their former selves, symbolizing emotions thrown into chaos. The underbrush, once lush and teeming with life, is now scorched earth, signifying the turmoil of thoughts. The wildlife, once vibrant and diverse, is now silent and absent, reflecting actions paralyzed by fear and uncertainty. The wildfire-ravaged forest and a traumatized mind share a similar story. Both had their balance disrupted, their harmony shattered. In both cases, what was once a place of peace and tranquility is now a place of chaos and despair. But just as a forest has the capacity to recover from a wildfire, so too does a traumatized mind have the capability to heal and regain its balance. So, as we delve deeper into the legend of the Pandemology wildfire, let us remember that our journey is not just about understanding trauma. It's about understanding the capacity for healing, for resilience, for growth that is inherent in all of us. Just like a wildfire can disrupt the harmony of a forest, trauma can unsettle the balance of our psychological well-being. But what happens after the fire? How does the forest begin to heal? Well, imagine the first green sprouts pushing through the charred earth, reaching towards the sky. This is symbolic of the emergence of new growth, the first sign that healing has begun. These fledgling shoots represent the burgeoning of emotional healing, the first tentative steps toward restoring balance and resilience. Just as the forest begins to reclaim itself, so too does the human spirit start to mend its emotional wounds. The new growth is a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of life, and a signal that renewal is possible. It's a cycle, you see. The sprouts lead to seedlings, the seedlings to saplings, and the saplings to towering trees. This is the cycle of resilience, the journey from trauma to healing. But it's not always an easy journey. There might be hurdles along the way, obstacles that impede growth. Just as a forest might struggle with poor soil or insufficient rain, so too might an individual grapple with unaddressed emotional wounds. Stagnation in recovery is like a forest that can't grow, a loop where resilience fails to fully regenerate. It's when the emotional scars of the past continue to hold sway, preventing the healing process from truly taking root. It's the shadow of the wildfire, lingering long after the flames have been extinguished. It's a cycle, but a destructive one. A cycle that needs to be broken for healing to occur. But how does one break this cycle? How does one move from a state of stagnation to one of growth? The answer lies in acknowledging the emotional wounds, in addressing them rather than avoiding them. It's about recognizing that healing, like growth, is a process. It's not always linear and it's not always predictable. There might be setbacks along the way, hurdles to overcome. But with each step forward, with each new sprout, resilience begins to regenerate. Yet, resilience is not just about enduring, it's about thriving. It's about transforming the scars of the past into the strength of the present. It's about finding hope in the midst of despair, finding growth in the ashes of destruction. It's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs, and recognizing that every step, every hurdle overcome, is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. So, when we look at a forest ravaged by wildfire yet showing signs of new growth, let's remember this. Let's remember that healing is possible, that renewal is achievable, that resilience is within our grasp. And just as the forest begins to heal, so too can we. Because our emotional healing, like the new growth in a forest, is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Just as new growth signals the potential for the forest's renewal, our emotional healing is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. However, not all paths lead to recovery. How does the forest navigate these diverging trails? Picture the forest as a living, breathing entity, possessing the innate wisdom to adapt and heal. This wisdom is reflected in the adaptive responses it employs following a wildfire, a stark contrast to the maladaptive patterns that can hinder recovery. Let's consider adaptive responses. Nature, in all its wisdom, has equipped the forest with an impressive arsenal of tools designed to foster recovery. The forest's adaptive responses, symbolizing our own emotional resilience, are akin to the first green shoots pushing through the charred earth, an embodiment of hope and renewal. These responses are as diverse as the forest itself, ranging from the rapid regeneration of certain plant species to the return of wildlife, each playing a vital role in the forest's recovery. This resilience, however, is not an automatic process. It requires active participation from the forest, just as our own healing requires active emotional engagement. The forest must harness the energy of the sun, draw nutrients from the soil, and utilize the life-giving power of water to facilitate regrowth. Similarly, our healing processes require us to actively engage with our emotions, confront our fears, and seek support when needed. Now, imagine a different path, a path where the forest fails to adapt, where the charred remains of trees stand as stark reminders of the wildfire, and new life struggles to take root. These maladaptive responses symbolize the emotional turmoil that can occur when we fail to adapt to trauma, when we let our emotional wounds fester unattended, hindering our recovery. This path is not a dead end, but a detour, a reminder of the challenges that can arise on the journey to recovery. It underscores the importance of active healing processes. Just as the forest needs the right conditions to promote regrowth, we too need the right emotional environment to foster healing. This might mean seeking professional help, nurturing our mental health, and building a supportive network of friends and family. The forest's journey of recovery is not linear. It's a complex interplay of adaptive and maladaptive responses, of growth and stagnation. It's a dance between resilience and vulnerability, between strength and fragility. Yet, through it all, the forest remains steadfast, its roots dug deep into the earth, its branches reaching out for the sky, embodying hope and resilience. As we walk through the forest, let's remember that each tree, each leaf, each blade of grass is a testament to the forest's adaptive responses, its resilience in the face of adversity. The forest, in its infinite wisdom, teaches us that we too have the capacity to adapt, to heal, and to grow, even in the aftermath of the most devastating wildfires of our lives. Just as the forest adaptively responds to promote its recovery, we too can choose paths that foster our healing and resilience. But no forest recovers in isolation. What role does the community play in its recovery? The forest's triumph over wildfire is not a solitary battle. It is a symphony of interconnected life forms, a chorus of support that echoes through the charred tree trunks and budding leaves. Just as the forest thrives through the network of life within it, so does the human spirit find solace and strength through shared resilience. In the grand theater of recovery, the community and support play leading roles. They are the invisible threads that bind the fabric of resilience. They are the wind beneath the wings of a phoenix, rising from the ashes of trauma. The role of community in enhancing resilience is like the sun that nourishes the forest, fostering growth and rejuvenation. It's like the rainfall that quenches the parched soil, encouraging seeds to sprout and life to flourish anew. This healing process is not a straight path, but a winding trail, marked by the footprints of those who lend their support. The community provides a safety net, a web of interconnected lives that catch us when we stumble and help us stand tall once more. It's the shared laughter that pierces the silence of isolation, the collective strength that lightens the burden of adversity. It's the camaraderie that fuels the spirit, the empathy that softens the heart, and the love that heals the soul. Yet the absence of this support network can lead to isolation. It's like a forest left to heal without the sun, the rain, or the nurturing touch of life. The emotional health of a forest or a person can wither in the vacuum of solitude, much like a tree starved of sunlight. Without the chorus of community, the symphony of recovery can fall flat. The shadows of isolation can stretch long and cold, casting a chilling pall over the vibrant landscape of healing. The absence of support can exacerbate emotional turmoil, much like a wildfire that rages unchecked, consuming all in its path. But even in the darkest corners of the forest, there's always a glimmer of hope. The reintroduction of connection can illuminate the path to recovery, reflecting the healing power of community. It's like the first ray of dawn breaking through the night, a beacon of hope that guides the forest and us out of the darkness. Support can come in many forms, from the comforting words of a friend to the shared silence of understanding. It's the hand that reaches out in times of need, the shoulder that offers a safe place to rest, the heart that understands without judgment. Each connection weaves a thread into the web of support, strengthening the fabric of resilience. It's a testament to the power of unity, the strength in numbers, and the transformative magic of shared healing. Just as the forest thrives through the network of life within it, we too find healing and resilience through our connections and community. The forest's tale of recovery is not just a story of resilience, but a song of unity, a ballad of shared strength, and a testament to the healing power of community. So what can we learn from the forest's journey of recovery? The narrative of the forest, shaped by our triads, brings to light the intricate ballet between trauma and healing, adversity and resilience, isolation and connection. It underscores the nonlinear nature of recovery, where setbacks are integral, and growth is attained through both self-reliance and the nurturing embrace of community support. This forest saga serves as a metaphor for our own human condition, inherently equipped for rebirth and metamorphosis, even in the wake of life's most devastating wildfires. It applauds the strength discovered in vulnerability, the wisdom in seeking support, and the elegance of a community's healing touch. Just as the forest rejuvenates, bearing both the scars and new life, we too can navigate our path through the darkness, guided by the light of interconnectedness, resilience, and hope. Like the forest, we too are inherently capable of growth and transformation, even after the most devastating wildfires of life. Let's celebrate the strength found in vulnerability, the wisdom in seeking help, and the beauty of a community's healing touch.